structure.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
love me
so
some anarchy.
if everybody's ready, why don't you roll me a d20 in the chat, and we'll talk about the recap.
Oh, coming out strong.
Oh shit, dude. Oh god.
Whoa.
Alrighty. Mr. Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ezekiel. What happened last time? Please tell us all.
Just a moment. Ugh. All right. So, last time we rolled on into the city, started our business as far as selling about. I think it was half of the jams we got, and got some harvey strain stuff commission. I can't quite recall exactly what it was, but it don't matter. Uh, and did a bit of business. Met up with a shady ass fella who offered to buy some shady ass shit and potentially acquire some things for us, which I think could be quite a useful man to know. And well, he since returned to our ship, and well, still waiting for Zip to get back from seeing whether that kid might want to change in employment. Is that about everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talked some of the illegal talks. You have a person that might be able to hook you up with some illegal alchemy,
Love to
which would be
see it.
very useful in curing your lycanthropy. You guys attempted to be a little subtle, but due to your innate natures, it was a little bit difficult to keep the truth from him. And it seems like he may have seen through you guys, but didn't deal any differently with you because of it.
And the fact that you're all frothing at the mouth with
A little bit,
black
yeah.
eyes.
There's some. You guys are developing guilds actively.
Actively. My fingers are currently webbed.
Secret assassin.
Yeah, and you guys chartered another ship back to the dockworks where you are currently tied up for the evening, and you made your way back to the deck to discover a small bag of gold sitting on deck, which you promptly put into the bag of holding, along with a bracelet that you know that Lucelle was wearing, but no sign of Lucelle, save for a small scorch mark on deck.
What?
The only thing that you see on deck, Cutlass, you've seen Lucelle wearing this item, but I'll put it in chat here. This is lying on the deck next to the small pile of gold and
shit.
the scorch mark. The rest of you will recognize the toothed bracelet.
That fucking thing.
It's like, where? What happened to? What is this from? Who?
Well, I
Can I
think the
roll on
fairy
Arcana?
done. Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. With the intent of what?
Guessing or hazarding whether or not this is Feywild magic from her contract.
Mm.
Eh.
It's definitely possible. It's hard to identify Feywild magic after the fact without something more intense, like a detect magic or some sort of other teleportation magic to use as a baseline, which I don't believe you have.
Detect evil and good.
Yeah, something like that, or a paladin's divine sense to detect Fey. But with a 14, only the magical object that she possessed and her monetary worth being left behind is very much a Fey thing to have happen. To your understanding, that's also she only maintained possession of the things that she came into this world with. So it's definitely possible that she got zapped. That whatever thumb she thought she was out from under on of it pressed down pretty hard and may have squished her.
Oh,
But you're not sure exactly where she is, but she is gone. Thankfully, you guys did have the bag of holding because you had it out and were taking it shopping. I've added her money to that sheet. It's at the bottom of it.
Okay.
And yeah, you, Cherie, can pick up the tooth bracelet, and with your Arcana, I'll say you remember everything about what it does. So you can explain it to Kill if you so wish, or keep it for yourself, or whatever. But you can tell everybody and remind them what the tooth bracelet does if they have any interest in it.
I'll go ahead and say you don't want it, Cuddy.
Well, I mean,
What?
you could detach your hand with it and I'll have it go do things for you.
Huh.
You can be controlling it.
However, if I recall correctly, the hand ain't particularly tough. And if it doesn't get squashed, you ain't got no hand.
Yes, that would be the biggest issue.
Huh. That is very interesting. It's funny y'all you said that as I'm reading it. I'm just like I'm looking at it like, huh.
I would offer it out to you, like, if you want it.
No, you know what? Just in case we might, you never know. You know, we could be in a sticky situation that will require us to lose a hand. So maybe we should just leave it in the bag.
Very well.
I don't want to lose a hand. Jeez.
I wasn't particularly partial to it.
I like my hand. It's a good hand. It's my stabbing hand.
Oh, can't risk losing that.
Hands are, well, handy.
I see.
I legitimately could not think of a different word.
That's a tough one to work with.
So that's a good one, Captain. It's a very good one.
Well, thank you kindly.
Well,
Kill, you're more than free to put on the tooth bracelet if you would so wish. The
Oh,
yellow
oh.
and pink contrast beautifully against the red of your scales.
I was about to say, I don't know if that'll pop with my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It might not go with the fit that I'm currently wearing right now.
If we
The
come
fit.
across-
For your edification, this is the stat block for your hand if you do summon it. I've given the character sheet to just controlled to just you. So if you tab over to character sheet, you can see the stats of your hand and what it can do.
The crawling claw.
It's a pretty quick little bugger.
Oh, shit. And this is gonna be just on the side here from now on. The hand. Where's it? There it is.
Yep,
There he
it's in
is.
the player NPCs tab. Yeah. So if you ever need that, you can simply unzip your hand and it will. Yeah.
I'll take that into consideration, but we should just put that in the bag for right now. I think that is better there.
I personally would not put that on unless you intend to be using it quite immediately. I can imagine several situations where someone might just unzip that thing while it's on you,
And just take my hand.
yeah, that's I personally would not enjoy that very much. So I'm not a great time.
I'm gonna say to make the item useful, you can't unzip it unless you're the one attuned to it, because that
Oh.
would be terrifying.
That would
to
be-
forcibly remove people's hands and feet with
Oh,
if you got
regardless.
4 of
That
these
would be
items.
crazy.
That would be
Actually, wait, that would be a
horrendous.
crazy method of like torture.
Oh my god.
Like,
Regardless, Zeke does not understand that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Say no. So you know what? How about I'll put that in my back pocket. How's that sound? I'll put it just in
Miraculously,
case.
Zeke doesn't believe that.
That'd be
doesn't-
dope. That would be a crazy way of torturing somebody. Just unzipping their feet. Just you can't escape. Like, jeez, that is very
I mean, at least it's painless, I think.
yeah, it's painless. So that's it. But like the psychological warfare of having
Yeah.
your feet unzipped from your body, I feel like is.
I mean, the person has to voluntarily attune, I believe, but still.
That would be terrifying.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's what you find on deck. Zashi will go below deck and give a bit of an investigation, wizard style, and come back up and be like, "Yeah, she's just gone. Nothing's missing from downstairs, but as quartermaster, I can report that everything is where it should be, except
So-
there's no fairy lady."
I mean, honestly, given it's fade magic bullshit, I say that we got out of this about as good as we could.
I hope she's all right.
They seem to be diligently watching her up until now, so I guess they weren't very happy about her not reporting her imminent return.
Yeah, I can imagine that folks like that might not be too happy about such a thing.
I can speak from experience that whenever I see contracts made there, you hold them.
Yeah, from what I know about Fae shit, which admittedly ain't a whole lot. They're more just like devils, but painted green instead of red.
That's interesting.
I mean, am I wrong, Twiggy?
I smile as my disguised self is like just about to fade and my eyes turn full black with the cracks across the face. Maybe.
Close enough.
I'm sorry, I just looked over and then see a whole dude in my screen. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh well. Whatever happened, and it's like you said, it's a good thing that we kind of, got out that scot-free. Can only imagine what actually would happen if we were here.
Well, regardless, I think we have a couple things to be doing.
It does leave a curiosity. If we became a crowd favorite, they might have sent someone else, in which that might be what reported her being here again and alive.
I mean, if they send someone else, I'm gonna be asking for a commission because I'm go for free. All right.
Well, I suppose we'll have to be looking for another ferry.
I'm just glad the ship survived.
That too. I kind of like rub the scorch mark a little, like had to really ruin the lacquer.
I'm sure that'll buff out.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. This comes back, the whole ship is on fire.
I would.
It's like, just spit on it. It'll be alright.
That does leave the question of what we are going to do with the other missing compatriot. I can't exactly go walking around town for more than an hour before everyone sees this. And, kind of gesturing to my face.
Yeah.
All of this.
A whole lot of that seems like a bit of a predicament. Is there in a kind of way you might be able to work that out a little bit more simple, like wearing a hood or some shit?
I could push for a hood a little bit. See what I have for that ship. You have a few.
You got much juice left in you as far as keeping the tricks going?
Unfortunately, the harpies have left me quite drained.
Nah, you can't take a second and get a bit of juice back, or that ain't how your magic works.
Unfortunately, I've not mastered such studies. That would be definitely Zashi's arch and skill.
Yeah.
Harpies would do that to you.
Maybe we can get you some kind of something that makes you able to do that tricksy, look different kind of shit. As much as you like, that'd be well handy.
As you're talking about that, Zeke, and Cherie goes to open her mouth, you notice that her shadow, stretched out behind her, looks vaguely harpy-like. As you're talking about shape-changing into harpies and stuff. Like her long, sort of stretched-out shadow. It's almost like her arms are feathered, and it's strange. And then you kind of blink, and as she's moving around the deck, and their shadow seems to snap back to normal. You're not sure if it's a trick of the light.
Uh-oh.
Whiskers twitch a little.
Magic.
I just take like a step back, like 3 steps. Just like, this is not a good day. This is for sharks and harpies.
To be honest, that's pretty bog standard for Twiggy here. In fact, that's pretty tame for Twiggy.
Something else.
Oh yeah, your shadow just did a creepy thing where it looked a little bit like a harpy. It ain't no.
It hit the gritty for a little bit.
You done got a lot and then come back from dead, so I'm not sure anything could surprise me at this point.
Apologies.
I don't. I mean, did you do it on purpose to fuck with me? Because honestly, that would be a pretty good joke, to be honest.
I would have to try practicing that.
You should do that. You could make them your shadow puppets.
Definitely an idea to practice.
And like with your music and shit, I'm sure folk would tip like crazy to see that kind of.
Ooh,
thing.
some like a Cirque du Soleil act. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but probably.
I don't know either. It just kind of popped in my head. We can call it that. Patent pending.
I saw this one circus in my time called the Cirque du Soleil.
I saw 2 dudes fighting. They called it the Cirque du Soleil in the alleyway. So I figured it'd be like, something like that. It'd be cool.
Are you sure they weren't just speaking Elvish and saying they were circling and stealing or something?
No, they were definitely speaking something. It definitely wasn't Elvish though.
I don't know, man. Shit's weird. Anyways, we got a new gal to find, and hopefully a little slave kid to on slavery. What's the word for it?
Free.
Liberate, I think.
Definitely better choice.
Yeah. I guess free works too, but I don't know. I like damn fancy words.
I personally like unslave.
Slave, yeah.
Unslave. I like that. Gets the point across.
Yeah, maybe we should petition whoever makes the rules about words. I'll give him some time. Anyways,
Either way, I would say you use them very poetically.
thank you.
Zachi says, maybe we can talk to the people who make the maps too.
Yeah, I'm honestly. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be known relatively. I feel like we're, relatively well eventually. We've been doing some crazy shit. And as soon as I get enough fucking leverage, we are renaming New Hosnia, all right?
Well, I mean, if we can...
I don't care if we have to annex that city. We are renaming it.
I mean, if we get enough money from that crystal trade deal that we're setting up, you might be able to just buy it outright.
No, I'm not. And they should pay me. It's a dumb name.
Just become the king of new Hosnia, new Hosnia. Just become the king.
No.
Hosni.
New Hosnia. And I better not change it to new Hosnia next time it's destroyed.
New, remade New Hosnia.
New Hosnia, new Hosnia. Just keeps going forever.
Cartographers just look at the map. It's like, why the fuck is there so many news going on? Oh no,
What
that's
is going on?
new Hosnia.
Jesus. Oh God, the people in the next ship probably looking at us like we're fucking crazy.
I mean, to be honest, they're probably more concerned about the fact that I'm a giant tiger man, but yeah, that too. Anyways, I'm thinking we'll see what we can do about finding Zip, and then get on going.
Has anyone have any word from Pan?
No, I don't think anyone has for as long as we've known her. But
you're right.
As long as she's existed, probably.
I mean, technically, you're right, but I mean, like,
yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with it. No, I ain't heard.
Just wait, huh? Say no. Technically, she's never talked.
Yeah. Point being, no, we don't know where she is, what she's doing. I can make an educated guess, but that's about it. Or I guess an educated guess. I didn't do great in school.
Well, it doesn't mean you're not smart. You obviously demonstrate great poetry capability.
No, I didn't say education was analogous to smarts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, different things. In fact, some folks don't get educated, so they'd be stupid.
That is very true.
That's what I heard a lot of things about indoctrination and all that shit.
On a side note, thinking of our friend, perhaps we should find the Dark Master who greeted us originally.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to, but it'd be wild.
Let's go looking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he'd be up to. Maybe see if there's any ships that's just coming in. Just peer out of the harbor, see if I can see any ship that's just coming in now or looks like it's just recently docked.
Maybe he can give us an estimate on how much it would cost to fix our ship.
I think that's
so when we come back, we can just, get straight to it.
I think that's over the way in Shipwright City. But, I mean, maybe he'll know. He seems like the uptight kind of fella who'd send us to somewhere expensive that's owned by his friend.
That is true. Try to get an arm or a leg out of us, so to speak.
Definitely would be getting it at that rate.
But, I mean, we could ask him to know which place to avoid.
We could do that, actually, yes. That'd be very smart.
Yeah, never mind. I'll go explaining my philosophizing later on. Let's get going.
And I'll definitely have to look into getting an item that helps me hide my visage for the time.
I mean, if you want to, we could take a look around, find some kind of, mundane disguise. I know you magic folks tend not to like that kind of shit, but at least magic don't be seeing through it.
That's true. I think I'll go switch around some of my other clothes. And from the costume clothes I have, I'm gonna go see what I can kind of work around, and even a little bit of a shawl, like cover the face, and even if somebody looks at me, it would like only see the eyes, so they wouldn't be able to connect it fully.
Okay. Do you have a disguise kit or a costume?
I do have costume clothes.
Okay.
So, actually, hold on. Scratch it. I have a costume kit, or disguise kit, I should say.
Okay. Then why don't you make me a check with it, with charisma as your ability, please?
Try and cover it up as best as I can with the rarely touched makeup.
Yeah. Doesn't always come up, but now you've got reason for it. Can't always magic your way out of everything.
Oh no, I'll use my once per.
Okay, once per.
Very quickly. Wait!
No.
She starts like outlining her face, and it's like, no, wait, this is clown. Hold on. Scrubs it all off and starts over.
Yeah, 100% I flavor it, or it's like I haven't done like eyeliner or lipstick or anything in like fucking years, and I'm like, what the fuck is foundation? And I'm like, I get to the end of it, I'm like, oh fuck. All right, prestidigitation it off, and then like start with the foundation first. Finally.
So what does the stick?
God.
What does the stick do?
Yeah. You watch as Cherie disguises herself as best she can as in innocuous, humanoid, vagrant, mostly clothed, mostly covered in, not necessarily heavy cloaks and things, but like covering as much of your skin as you can, obscuring your face in a shawl, covering your ears, making sure that you have gloves on.
I would
have a question.
Just a real short. I would definitely be very dismayed as I do the one thing that all elves never want to do, is pin my ears back so it stays tucked in behind my hair.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ugh.
What was your question, Kill?
I have a question. Because I was looking at the bracelet this whole time, and like I don't know why it just hit me. It just dawned on me. Can the hand hold weapons after I throw it?
It can, but if it holds a weapon, it can't move because it uses its fingers to move.
But if I throw it,
Theoretically, it could.
No weapon with a hand attached to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
if I like give myself not extra range, but like I can like throw a knife.
You want to sticky fingers punch somebody from across the room.
Yes, yes. I want to go and just see a fucking shark on the ship and be like, sticky finger! And just fucking smack him. like, real quick.
I would say you can definitely make one attack in that way, like one like you could use your short sword to attack at the range that you normally would be able to attack with a dagger at range. Like you could throw it because you're throwing the whole hand.
I'm throwing the whole hand.
I would let you do that, but once the hand is detached, it can't.
It has to come back.
It can't. Yeah, it can't easily use the weapon when the hand is detached from you. If that makes sense.
So
you
like,
can get the one, but then you need the hand to come back, and you need to go get your weapon. I think it's a fair compromise with that because that's really fun, and I don't like that's a cool use.
That would be cool, right? And then,
yeah,
like it's stabbed in. Like I'm thinking, like I throw the hand, it stabs. My hand is still holding on. I run up on him, stab him again, and just grab my hand and run away. like, you know what? Give me the zipper. Give me the bracelet. I want it. I sat on it. I thought it. You know, I didn't think it was. Any. You know what? I like it now.
I mean,
I like the bracelet.
Oh yeah.
just hear in the bowels of the ship, sticky finger.
What the fuck is going on down
It's
there?
like, what is going on there? No, nothing. It's alright. It's okay. Practicing,
I swear,
throwing my hand against the wall.
just
Honestly, I hope he's masturbating because I don't want to know what it is if I'm not.
He keeps saying sticky fingers. I really hope it's not masturbation.
sticky fingers, loud slapping.
A lot of slapping. Yeah, this is perfect. This is it. This is the kit. All right. This is my set. This is preset C. All right. This is my Call of Duty loadout.
He's prepared. He's ready to fuck shit up.
I'm fucking ready. Let me see another enemy harpy. I'll fucking.
Eat it
I'll show it what
alive.
for. But since I have gone through that revelation, is it possible to fish just to kill time? Can I fish? I want a
Sure.
mini game. I want to do mini game things. This has become Sonic the Hedgehog. I am now fishing.
Yeah. You're not sure how much luck you'll have inside the like bay here, especially fishing right off the end of your ship on the docked. But you're absolutely welcome to try.
All right, cool. I just want to cast the line. You know what I'm saying? Have a nice relaxing. You hear the waves crashing against the dock. You know, I'm just like, throwing the line out. I may or may not get anything, but like, it's just the journey. It's just the journey.
90% of fishing is sitting and drinking.
As you say that, Zashi will walk over with one of the stools from downstairs, plop it down next to Kill, and pull out her pipe and snap her fingers to make the little spark from her thumb and light it.
Like, yes! Kill's just like, yes! Hands her a rod to fish. Let's do it.
Oh my god, I just rolled for fun on the random encounters table. Oh no.
You animal.
For fun?
Okay, a young silver dragon is not going to show up, so let's not.
Yo, come on.
That does not fit currently with what's going on.
There's a big ass shadow just over our ship.
You pull up your rod and there's a young silver dragon.
I just fucking. It's like, oh, it's actually a bite, and then his head just slowly comes up. It's like, oh wait.
What the fuck?
So wait a second. I think we're smoking a little too much here, Zashi.
Yeah, and the dragon's like, it's just like, that's a bigger than young, but
That is so fucking big.
God damn.
That's the
Jesus.
default size when you paste that image, yeah.
Oh my god.
dragon's hanging there with this like the hook in its lip, and it's just like, why do I fallen for this shit?
It's like, god damn it, this is the third time this week.
I swear I need to go swimming somewhere else.
He didn't even have anything on the end of it. It's just fucking, it was just metal. Just a metal hook.
There was no worm.
No bait.
Not even a lure.
I knew that there was no fish in here. I just threw the line just to throw it, and he still caught it. I smelled something on the ship.
Burnt and crispy.
Smells good. That thing was as scary as the fucking table. And the purple mattress.
No, not the mattress.
Anyway,
Not purple.
we'll see about finding that harbor master if he's still around.
Oh yeah,
Can
let's
I-
give it.
Can I see either the harbor master, a ship that's just come in, or where I imagine the harbor master might, be? Like, is there like a harbor master's cabin or some kind of shit like that?
Give me a perception to spot any of those three things. Any or
Okey-dokey.
all or none. Dependent on how you do.
Open my character sheet. Is a perception. I have a perception.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness. Okay. You see that there are not that many ships that have just arrived. You actually see one coming around the coming through the mouth of the cove here,
Mhm,
which will probably dock in the next 20-ish minutes.
mhm,
You don't see that guy from earlier today that you recognize, but it is easy enough to spot the first building over here as the harbor master's office or the dock work office, uh, due to the constant stream of people that have been going in and out all day. And you guys did walk by there earlier and ask for directions,
okay.
so you're able to spot that location fairly easily. It does have a single light on outside, and the windows inside that you can see do have light coming from them, but the door is like not constantly open. It
Yeah.
seems like people are going up and knocking and then being let in.
Right.
As the day's business is coming to a close, the sun is setting, which is normally when you assume things start to shut down. In terms of like leaving the harbor, nobody really wants to leave at night when they could stay and have another soft bed to sleep in. But it does happen from time to time again.
Just be safe.
Now, as personable as I can be, the folk here are a little bit biased, so I may need a little bit of a hand. If y'all wish to be joining me, I'd appreciate some company, if nothing else, to distract the big fella while I offer the kid an opportunity. And I think it's we'll be dropping him off at the village we done being visited relatively recently. I think you fit in well there.
I think it would be a good fit. Especially, well, taking them to other locations we would usually visiting might be
Yeah,
unhealthy.
as much as I'd like to have a good protege, uh, now now ain't the time when we're uh, afflicted in the ways we are, and with our current line of work, that might be a little bit hazardous. Regardless, is anyone willing or not willing to join me on this
Well,
little excursion?
didn't get gussied up for nothing. I'm going to see how keen-eyed they are.
Hmm.
Now, I know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but ways I see it, we got a couple options. We could go on in there, um, and well, actually before that, it's divide and conquer. You see, so if Zip ain't done her thing just yet, we're gonna need to get that bar away from his master just for a little bit, so we can do and talk to him without anyone noticing. Now, I don't know how we're gonna do that, but if
I
y'all
can
have any
help.
idea, that'd be well appreciated. What's your idea, just so I am aware of it beforehand?
Well, if we need to take something without others noticing, I think a thief would be perfect for this.
That's possible, but the boy ain't something, he's someone. and it seems like as little heed as the harbor master pays him. I imagine he'd notice if he was gone.
But in the hands of a professional thief.
I mean, if you think you can steal a person,
I think I can steal a person.
he's a
Honestly,
small person, but he's still a person. He ain't gonna fit in your pocket.
it's all right. It's okay. I can hold him.
And try to be gentle-like about it. And we ain't stealing him. We're offering him an opportunity to escape. Is well, quite frankly, I would put it as captor, but some may say employer.
Uh, you are the captain. Whatever, whatever helps.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Zashi will bravely volunteer to stay on the ship and hold down the smoking and fishing.
That's
They glow in the dark and are not the best.
appreciated.
Somebody needs
Also,
to keep the ship
you
moving.
don't mind works just in between puffs and bites. Maybe you could find a spot that might be good to old, unruly shipmates. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, I'll put that up and just sort of very surreptitiously scratch the pot where I got bit.
So, because Zashi is not here, I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
what would you, if you were going to say, I want Zashi to make this kind of check to do this while we are gone? What would it be?
Not necessarily a specific kind of check, but I'm just hoping that while we're gone, Zashi, if she finds time, might be able to find a place on the ship with her, decent intelligence that would be best for putting ourselves should we, shock out.
Yeah.
Like a brig.
Yeah, I don't know. What the ship has.
I mean,
yes.
she's the quartermaster, so she would definitely know.
Yeah. I definitely have some ideas. I will roll straight int. I'll whisper that, and you guys will get the results of that when you're back.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, you'll definitely get the results of that. God.
Enjoy the fish. I didn't like the way that sounded.
You say this to Zashi, and her eyes seem to light up, and she tucks the fishing rod sort of between her thighs, so she can rifle through her bag and pull out a notebook and begin frantically writing different ideas. You immediately see what looks like a blueprint starting to take shape on the first notebook page. As she rolled a natural 20.
Holy
For a
shit.
24 on intelligence.
Goddamn.
Damn.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I
feel like she would be pissed. I feel like she would be pissed to hear that.
Said I rolled well as her.
Yes. Especially from the last time, she was like, "God damn, what is going on?" And now all of a sudden, you got a nat 20.
Get that bitch a level and artificer for free.
Oh my god. You got Zashi, you're back. You're a level higher than everyone else. What?
What the fuck?
But yeah.
Now she becomes the only living artificer wizard.
She comes back, we're all dead.
Okay, and Cherie, you were going to sneak out and do some walkabouts?
Pretty much trying to find the harbor master, distract him if I can ascertain his personage.
Are you, and you're purposefully going to go a different direction from Zeke and Kill?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty. First, yeah.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, are there any other further preparations you guys want to take before you leave the ship to enact this plan, or do you want to keep talking about the plan? I don't want to cut you short.
Keeping my crystal as a focus, and I will leave my staff on the ship. Also, because
As
that's my
a-
most telling sign.
What about like your
As
bag?
Switch it out for the bag of holding.
Okay. Good to know. Cherie is now the holder of the
Actually,
holding
that's
bag.
oh, how big's the opening on that thing?
Not very big.
2.5 feet? It says on the... You have to be a small creature to be able to fit in, I believe, is the way it works out.
A child is a small creature.
Hold your breath.
2 feet in diameter at the mouth. So a child could squeeze into it, theoretically. I will remind you that
Into the bag of holding.
it is to be able to carry the bag, you have to close it. To close the bag is to remove oxygen from the outside. Yes.
Yeah, but that could be done for but a moment.
What about the sack? Is the sack better? Bigger?
Sack is sack.
I
Sack is
The
believe
sack is smaller.
the sack has more pouches, but the pouches have smaller openings. Yes.
Yeah, they have a smaller
It
way.
is.
They're made for convenience.
Central pouch and 2 side pouches. The big benefit of the Hewer's Handy Haversack is that when you reach into it, whatever you're looking for is always right on top.
Okay.
So you don't ever have to dig through it. With a bag of holding, it's very, not to reference Harry Potter, but it's very like you open it up and you hear like a crash from inside, and you look down and something just fell over because it's all just a jumbled pile.
Oh, I see. The disgust as you are like Harry.
Reference this ugly shit.
Ugh, fuck.
It makes me sad.
I don't want to talk about
Ways
it.
I see it, a couple options. But I think to start with, we should all be relatively nearby each other, because I imagine that man, the Hopmaster, and the kid gonna be relatively nearby each other, and we's looking to separate them. So, Twiggy, you're the most human person of the three of us that are going for this. And you're a decent enough talker. Maybe you can figure out a way to get the man to leave his bar behind somewhere that we can have a talk to him.
I think I could figure something out.
That man seemed to be influenced a lot by money. He really liked it a lot. Maybe that could be used against him.
That's possible, but well, folk like that tend to have a pretty high asking price for just about anything. So depending on arrangement, we could potentially buy what I imagine is the contract for that kid. If that's what it comes to, but I ain't much for humanoid trafficking.
I also don't mean to cut you off. It kind of just dawned on me. We're gonna get this kid as we are also going to be transforming into giant shark people. He is going to die. He is
Stay in
going
this
to
crate,
perish.
don't come out.
Don't look at me like that.
That is.
I'm glad somebody finally said it. I'm glad I didn't have to be the one to spring that on you guys.
I'm
'Cause
not
that
gonna
would have made me
lie.
feel like a mean DM.
Not
'Cause
gonna
I was
lie,
thinking
he
about it, and I'm
fucking
like,
ruined
wait.
my fun. I was gonna have someone.
That is certainly a possibility.
Murder the child.
She's already transforming into a shark.
Should we perhaps come back here later? Once we're so close to the full moon then?
I also have a question. We are all infected. Right?
Dashi will hold up her hand. I'm not infected.
Okay.
I'll hold up
Alright,
my
cool,
hand as well.
Damn, I'm
Zashi will look over at you confused. This is new information, Cherie. What?
Wait, am I infected?
I just have
I don't
confidence that their teeth didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm already like a dragon person. That would suck if I was also a shark dragon person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already a little bit fishy, but I don't.
Honestly, I feel like the rest of them should be scared of us at this point.
The rest of them being the shark folk.
The rest of them being not the two anthropomorphic humanoid creatures. Not the tiger and the dragon. I feel like
Okay,
we
I'm not sure what you were saying. I don't know what that word means, but
the both of us, we're kind of we're good. I mean, not good, but like it's the rest of the rest of the crew got to be scared. I'm sorry. The fishing really, helped me like really think over a lot of the past decisions and situations I've been, you know, like so I kind of like I just gained clairvoyance for like 5 minutes and then came back and decided to ask all these questions. I'm sorry. I just had to.
They are good questions.
yeah. Well, I suppose when questions come, they tend to come in. Well, I think the saying is when it rains, it pours.
That is true. That is true. All right. So should we start enacting this plan now?
Yeah.
At least Panazipper, I think, says Sashi.
Yeah, we do need to find Zip.
Oh,
And,
that's true.
I think finding the harbor master and the boy, that's probably the best way to go about it. And well, that'll be getting that first lead. And it had somewhat occurred to me. I think perhaps a little bit hubristically, I assumed that I would be able to control it, given my already quite beastly nature. But perhaps that's not necessarily the case.
I wouldn't say it's hubris.
We can cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. But yeah, let's find this prissy bastard and see if we can liberate some of his. Well,
Election.
yeah.
Something we also haven't really thought about in a while, to be asking questions about that crew. The spare Captain Amos and his crew. We definitely need to get to the bottom of that as well. I feel like this is probably a good place to ask around. He probably visit here, maybe often. Who knows?
No, I mean, maybe, but we didn't dock here much.
Yeah, for future reference.
This place is, with all them artificeries around, it's, not exactly safe for, lawless folk. But it'd be worth asking. I do appreciate your, thought on the matter.
Of course.
And just as a note, if we do come across him, I don't rightly know whether it was just my brother or the whole crew that done mutinied me, but I prefer to take him alive if possible to figure out my grievances if it comes to it. Although
We have to take all of them alive because they're the source of our new friend's bag phobia. Because it was definitely the crew that did that to him.
Can I find the one that put me in the bag? Can I kill him? specifically?
That depends on which one it was.
If it's the captain, that's
It
yours.
would have
Any
not
other
been the it would have
regular?
not been the captain. Yeah.
All right,
If
cool.
you would like
cool,
to
cool.
if you would like to describe this person and come up with a physical appearance and name for them, you can. Otherwise, I'll make this person win. And if you find the sparrow,
Mm,
and there's also is that the only person that you'd be interested in looking for kill? Or I should stop. That's out of character.
Well, let's
With a
let's start
bag,
with
man.
this one first. Once we get the captain, I also have some questions I need answering as well. But the one that put me in the bag, he has to go. I have to kill him. He's dead.
That's understandable. We will see who that is when it comes to it.
But as
I'll
far as the
just-
captain goes, he's all yours, sir. I'll
Yeah.
make sure.
I'll just say now, if it's anyone who ain't on my original crew, go ahead, kill him. But as for the original 5, I'd appreciate if we kept them alive for at least a little bit so I could get some closure, so to speak.
Question: am I allowed to put those 5 in a bag? I would like to put them in a bag. They would be alive, but just in a bag.
We'll talk about it when it comes to it, but I ain't entirely opposed to the idea. So
Cool.
If you-
cool.
bag shopping, feel free.
Good. It's all right. It's okay. I'm motivated now.
Anyways, we got a mute stabber to find,
Be
shall
just-
we?
We shall.
Make them away. Y'all come.
Oh shit. Right here.
Y'all remember Hook? You remember the boo box?
Boo! Boo!
I'm thinking about the boo bag.
Oh no.
The what? wait.
Y'all don't remember the movie Hook?
I do. When they were dumping
Uh,
scorpions and shit in there.
Yeah, Captain Hook puts one of the pirates in the boo box for crying, and they
Oh. The boo bag.
the boo bag. It's a bag full of scorpions and rats.
Holy shit, that'd be great. That'd be fucking amazing. The boo bag. I mean, that
All
sounds
right.
terrifying. Shit.
Because
awesome.
because Zeke and Kill have a definite destination. Let's go to you two first. We'll have this scene. You two step off the dock. Start making your way over towards the harbor master office. There's a big painted sign of a ship at dock hanging above the door with a lantern hanging from the same stanchion post. The door is closed, as I said, but you can see lights on the inside as you're approaching. Talk to me about how you walk over there and what you're doing.
Okay.
To set the scene just a little bit, there are still probably a dozen people in view working on and around the ships or making their way to and from the buildings of the dockworks are on this side of the port. But no one is paying any specific interest. It's probably close to 8:30. The sun is just about to finish setting, I would say. It's
Okay.
the last little sliver of sunlight.
It's over. It's okay.
Basically, this building right here, right where Zeke is standing.
All right. That's the doctors. All right. Can I look around, see if I can find an opening or something? Just to be preemptive.
Like circling the
escape.
building, looking around
Yeah,
for. Yeah,
just looking
absolutely.
around.
Give me a perception or an investigate, whichever you would prefer.
I will. Wait, hold on. Which one am I better at? Perception. Let's do it.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. Cutlass. This is a two-story building, connected via a covered walkway to what looks like a smallish warehouse. It's only a single story. As you're circling around, there is the main entrance that you can see. There is also another entrance that on the south side that leads directly out to a small wharf right on the water that is
Hmm.
connected to the rest of the dock. Uh, there are windows. Most of them on the first floor don't look like they open. Those that do look like they open are shuttered and like closed with wooden shutters. But the second floor seems to have a little bit nicer, and several of those windows are glass and like pushed out 2 or 3 feet to enjoy the uh, pleasant spring summer night air.
Evening breeze.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would like
smell
to
the salt as you would.
relay this to my captain. You know what I'm saying? I know he's next to me, but like I would like to just give him all the information I see so far.
Mm.
Yeah.
I would say you definitely, with a 23, think if you needed to, you could scale the side of the building and get in through one of those windows on the second floor. Though you see that there are 4 up there that are open.
Now, don't be doing anything just yet, but just stay quiet, as inconspicuous as you can manage, and if I give you a signal, then will you do what you do best? See if you can separate them.
Yes, sir. I'll stick to the plan right by your side.
But don't go doing nothing that's gonna draw undue attention.
Not not any more than a tiger person, a dragon person walking down the block.
Yeah, any more than that. Ugh. Anyways, and I'll push open the door if it is open or unlocked.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a small ringing of a bell from inside, and several people inside look up at you. It's a long room that seems to be part office and part living quarters. Uh, the room is probably tw- maybe 25 feet by 15 feet.
Mhm.
Directly in front of you, there is a desk with a skinny looking man wearing the same outfit as the dock worker that you met earlier today. Uh, he is bespectacled and human, but nothing special to look at. The ones that command your attention are the 3 figures that are standing, 2 in front of the desk and 1 standing over the bed on the opposite side of the room, upon which you do recognize the person sitting there. That is the dock worker from this morning, sitting on the
Hmm.
end of his bed. Of the 3 standing figures, you can immediately tell that they are all officers of the Galarian Navy. 2 seem to be simple rank and file artificers. They carry one of them a long, sort of tubular contraption, similar to some of the artillerists that you've seen before, and the other has a large cudgel by his side that has strange alchemical prongs coming out of it. The third figure is most resembles the captain that you met several days ago while on sea, just before your encounters with the very, very large shark.
It's
Hmm.
not him, but
It is not
it's
him, but you recognize the rank insignia
yeah,
of a captain
same
on
uniform.
his chest. Yeah.
Okay.
And strikingly similar visually as well. Large,
Yeah,
heavy-bodied man, very
yeah.
squared chin and haircut.
Mm.
Warhammer.
They Yeah, Warhammer, hissing, hydraulic metal armor. And the 3 standing figures all turn and look at you. The captain looks back down at the man that you've come looking for. I will ask at this point. I don't remember giving him a name.
I don't. I was gonna ask that too. Like, does he have a name that I
I
don't
didn't.
remember?
I don't think you guys even asked. Like,
No,
I
he
don't
kind of
think it came
just
up because he was a racist asshole. You guys didn't care.
yeah.
So I'll say you see you recognize him and you see that his uniform says Spooner on it.
Can we
Um,
like fuck with him?
you could do whatever you would like. But real
Like
quick, let me finish describing
uh,
the two rank and file artificers turn around and say one of them says, "Just 1 minute, sir. We're in the middle of an investigation."
Oh no.
Um,
Panzer, you fucking animal.
oh.
might I ask, what happened?
Bit of a disturbance. Nothing that you should concern yourself about. Just some kerfuffle with some of the dock workers.
All right.
We
I
have a
mean,
disappearance.
Ooh.
we've been wandering around a bit. If you know what you're looking for, maybe we could let you know if we've seen them.
I appreciate it, sir. Please just wait one moment.
Of course.
And you see the second guy turns back to the dock worker sitting behind the desk, hands him a sheaf of paper, like maybe
Mm.
4 or 5 pieces of parchment that are attached together with a metal clasp, uh, uh, and says, "And you're able to hold them for the night." And he goes, "Yeah, well, we have no issue. We deal with drunks all the time. Shouldn't be a problem." All right, Captain, we're done here. And as the two rank and file artificers sort of stand a little bit too, you hear from the opposite side of the room, "All right, if I have to come down here one more time," and Spooner kind of holds up his hands and goes, "Look, it's not my fault. Come on."
I'm just laughing in the background. Trying my best not to die laughing.
Uh, none of the artificers glance in your direction, but Spooner shoots you a hateful glance as you kind of chuckle under your breath. And the captain turns and strides across the room to meet up with the other two soldiers. "Gentlemen," and then
Yeah,
waits for
well,
you two
and
to part from standing in front of the door.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I'll sort of move to the side as best I can with my huge frame and the relatively
Yeah,
thin leg.
thankfully
Yeah.
the inside is big enough that you guys can like step to the side.
Just step to the
It
side.
does almost push you both into like the living quarters, and stepping far
Mhm.
enough over for all three of them to move out does put you closer to Spooner than the guy behind the
Mhm.
desk.
Yeah.
But they'll file out. The captain doesn't spare either of you a second glance. But you do see that the artillerist who was addressing you before glances at you before he pulls the door shut with another ring. I'm so sorry about that. Please, how can we help you at the Dockmaster Shack?
I was just hoping to talk to Mr. Spooner here.
Spoons. What's going on, Spoons?
I'm off duty. Talk to Skinner if you need something. I
And I was just wondering what happened. We we heard something went a bit wrong.
Yeah. They have that where you come from, Lion Man?
I didn't hear that.
He said Nunya.
Aw.
Yeah, actually, we do. It's it's an interesting plan, and I'll go into just describing an actual thing. like a,
It's a dish of some
yeah,
description.
yeah,
Lays about.
it's like a spicy meat dish. That's that's relatively. It's basically just seared meat with various spices that's been treated in a specific way.
About 1,000 calories a dish in this nunya. Love it.
Sirs, if there is anything I can help you with, I'm sure I'd be able to assist. As my compatriot said, he is off duty, and he'll nod, and you see him reach under his bed, pull out a large brown bottle, puts it on the bed, and he makes his way over, and Spooner makes his way over to the room, and you see he like touches part of the wall, and it starts to accordion out these like big wooden panels that are on a track in the ceiling, and he starts to pull out like a room divider that you can
Yeah.
actually see has like a small short wooden door cut into it in one of the panels, just like an impromptu way to shut off half the room if they need to. It reminds, I mean, you guys, neither of you have ever been in a church, but it's like one of those things, like in a gymnasium or
Yeah, I
anything,
know
where
what
you
you're
just
talking
divide the
about.
room.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
he'll give you kind of a look as he shuts the door and cuts the room in half effectively. It's just you guys, Skinner, the desk, and the stairs behind him leading upstairs.
Good night, Spoon. I love you. I love that guy.
Anyways,
Have you been here before? Are you friends of his? Is that why you came
uh,
down? Because you heard?
Best friends.
well,
We
I
go
mean,
way back.
I only really recently met him, but
He'll give me a deception.
Just waiting for that. Wait, where are you? Let's see it.
Cuddy it tells me.
Oh, it's good to know.
So like, yeah, no, we go way back. It's my guy, Spoons.
Were you out looking also?
Do we know what that means?
Do we know what that means?
Possibly something in reference to this disappearance that the guards mentioned.
I mean, we would love to know more information about this disappearing act that's going on here. You could possibly be of some help as well.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, a friend of mine, or a friend of a friend of mine is my friend. So, I'd not be inclined to see what was going on, see if I could do to expedite the process.
oh, well, the usual expedition fee applies if you're looking for any specific information.
Hmm.
I
Can I?
mean,
Oh, sorry.
I was more thinking that I might personally be doing the man a favor, and I prefer to contribute with actions rather than coin. More meaningful, I think.
Um, question. So the person we're talking to, Skinner, right? That's his
Mm-hmm.
name.
Mm-hmm.
He's behind the desk, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can
Wiry,
I?
thin guy, same uniform. Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm assuming there's like papers and other form of information on said desk as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I like roll perception to see if I can't like see something on the
I
desk that
I
could
would definitely need
possibly?
I would definitely need an investigation, but absolutely do that.
I will definitely investigate. Let's see. Just to give us a
Yeah. Give you a little bit of an edge.
upper hand. Yeah.
You spy the chief of papers that he was just handed by the artificer.
Hmm.
It's hard to read upside down, but you can very easily pick out a charcoal sketch drawing of a young looking Yuan Ti with large eyes and a slightly scaled face.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
name at the top in the largest, it says missing Zaira Nail.
Zaira nail. Hmm. I keep that in mind. Zaira nail. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
And
tell me if this works. Hold on. Shift Z. Nope, that does not work. Never mind. Ignore me. Can't
oh,
do that right now. I will do it this way.
is the music playing?
It should be.
Oh, I might just have it.
It's just a little quiet.
Oh yeah, because it is 8:30.
Yeah, this track is also quieter than the others.
Yeah.
Apologies. This, you see a charcoal drawing of this person.
Oh. Hmm.
You would recognize the child from this morning.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Parents of her.
As you figure out this information, I'm gonna get Zeke to roll me a persuasion for what he just said to resolve that.
Uh, persuasion.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, I can't give out sensitive information currently, about anything. And he shuffles some of the papers on his desk, and you see that sheaf that you're looking at, Kill, even as you're continuing to try to read farther down, it disappears under the desk into a filing
I
cabinet.
will sigh and pull out. What do I think is an appropriate bribe for this man?
Well, how about that? I'll ask you this: are you pulling out what you used to pay to bribe Galarian officials, or are you going to make a judgment call right now on what to pull out? Because I'll have you roll a different thing.
Hmm.
I don't fully understand what you're saying.
Essentially, you've been out of the game for some time.
Yeah.
At one point, it was probably pretty common for you to bribe officials
Hmm.
in certain cities. There was probably even
Yeah.
a standard number. Are you going
Yeah.
to reference that information, or are you going to right now make a judgment call about how much you think this guy is trying to ask you?
I think right now, judgment
Give
call.
give me fourth edition didn't have a lot of great things, but it did have streetwise, and I miss the streetwise skill because
Right.
this is the perfect moment for it.
Insight?
I would say, yeah, insight or straight intelligence, I think.
All right. Well, definitely insight.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking you
Jesus.
don't have a good idea that he could be asking for anything from a couple silver to like 10 gold. You are asking him to break confidentiality.
Could I help him in any way with this role? Can I give him an extra role? Can I do something? Can I
You could
roll
absolutely
myself?
you could absolutely give your once per session to Zeke to reroll that. Alternatively, the problem with like making an assist check in this moment or giving him advantage by doing something is that do you think you are guessing what's going on in Zeke's head right now?
That is,
Because
yeah, I was just about to say, like, if I'm guessing, like, if we just look at each other like with locked eyes, and I'm just like, all right, I know where you're going with this.
Do you, as
I'm
a
reaching
fellow
for my
pirate of the
answers.
trade, know where this is going? Because I'll respect a yes if you think that you
I
know.
definitely,
I'm reaching
because
for my answers.
bribing is like a regular
Yeah.
thing between, so I feel like I definitely would bribe a lot of people, especially
Okay.
living in an alley. So,
You see Zeke pull out his money pouch and go through it. Give me an insight or tell me what you do to assist Zeke in knowing how much to give this guy.
I can do insight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, insight.
Yeah, I'll turn to Cuddy and see if he has any thoughts.
Yeah, you glance over, your eyes connect, you have that momentary conversation of just facial expressions of like, what do you think? And him going 1 second. Kill, you glance over. Expedition fee, especially in your more recent experience, because you haven't been in jail for years, leads you to be probably not more than a gold or two.
Oh, so that's the actual fee. So we can talk him down, babe. Oh no. Well,
That would be like a normal, like, I don't want to do this. That's against the law. Here's this. Yeah. Okay. Like a gold to 2 gold is the $20 is $20.
okay.
Yeah, I'll do you kind of maybe hold up a finger or two the other side of your body to the guy?
I'm like I scratch the side of my face, but like 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 two fingers, like
All right,
scratch my non-existent beard.
I'll pull out 2 gold coins, one still in the palm, and sort of slide over one. I'm sure we can make it worth your while to tell us what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Anything for a good friend. Slides it off the table. It's not the smoothest gesture ever,
Yeah.
but he slides it off the table and it disappears into a non-visible pocket.
All right. So I've given
Softly.
him one just to
Yeah.
know.
He says there was a disturbance on the dock earlier, 2.5, 3 hours ago now. He glances over at a clockwork clock on the wall. 3 hours, yeah. Some low life came over, was bothering Spooner, just causing a ruckus, not listening. A little bit of a commotion broke out. We took down the drunk, but his uh intern uh went missing. So we're just trying to track her down.
Hmm,
Oh,
okay, interesting.
are you keeping that drunk?
Thumbs back behind him, towards the stairs.
Yeah, of course. Drunk tank. Well, appreciate the
Second floor
information.
makes them sea-legged fuckers vomit. Ugh.
And uh, appreciate the discretion. And I will slide over. I'll say a sofa.
Okay. They'll nod and say, "Was that all the business you gentlemen had?"
Um, well, we were considering staying another night, but given the kerfuffle that seems to be going on, it seems like maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, he will, like, look over his desk for a second, goes over to, like a larger thing that's not dissimilar to a calendar,
Mm.
and like looks at a couple pages of it and says, chains aren't up tonight, so yeah, you're free to sail out at any hour of the night," and flaps it closed.
And I was actually hoping for a little bit of advice on maybe referring me to a carpenter, repairman. We taking a couple of knocks, and it'd be good to get us back up to ship shape, so to
Uh,
speak.
that's
Yeah,
the captain.
he has a probably another like a stack of papers in like in a small wooden tray that he'll pick up a couple, and it has like uh what are probably the Gelarian Navy
Yeah.
contractors like listed in order,
Mm.
with prices for different services.
Thank you.
Um,
Can I hold on to this?
he nods.
Hold up.
If you bring that, you get a 5% discount.
Ooh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
And well, I hope the rest of your night goes a lot more uneventfully than Mr. Spooner's has.
A pleasure serving both of you gentlemen. I hope you enjoy the remainder of your. Well, I hope you have a safe departure from
Yeah,
uh, Nobani.
we'll likely be back in maybe a week, a little bit longer, but got a little business to be doing.
Good night, Skins. Love you, baby. You have a good night. I do the SpongeBob snapping motion, like I'm leaving. Like,
All right.
right. Tell Spoons I said what's up. Don't drink too much. Ah.
I mean, you just know everybody.
Actually, Spooner! And you hear the door like close behind you. Is there anything left of that bottle? And there's a non-committal drunken from the other side of the partition as you guys make your way out.
I love those guys.
Walk for a little bit so as not to be too suspicious, and then turn to Cuddy. So, sounds like they got Zip in the slammer. So if you can get
Yeah.
down there and spring her, that'd be well good. And maybe she'll be able to tell us where she told the boy to go, if anywhere.
Sounds like a plan. It shouldn't be too hard. I try and be as discreet as possible.
Now, I ain't exactly the quiet type, so I'll leave this one to you if you don't mind.
No prob, Cap. Discretion is my middle name.
I'll be maybe back on the ship, but give me a holler if you need anything.
Gotcha. I'll give a call.
Stop wondering that.
Okay. As Kill plans his attempted incursion to this building, stealthy or otherwise, let's cut over to Cherie. We'll go back to 8:30, just as the sun is setting, and you're slipping between houses of the dockworks. Uh, like like I described to Zeke and Kill at this time of the night. At any given point, there's probably between 10 and a dozen people in your sight lines. More when you're near some of the drinking establishments, less as you get farther towards the north side of the dockworks and near the giant mountain rock wall that this part of the city is built against.
I think it. I think especially for how quiet it is, I would, especially not knowing what's going on over there yet, keep the more unique flute that I have, the wooden flute, more obvious, and kind of just peruse and see whether or not I can catch wind of anything dockwork wise, or if anyone's kind of chittering before looking through some of the back alleys and such.
Sure, looking for anything specific, Panaziver or this child, or
Uh, I would say probably both, considering, you know, one or the other. If I could spot the child, assuming I might be able to, track them or at least back task towards where they're headed once we regroup. But also trying to look for anyone who doesn't seem to be talking a lot, if none at all. It's
okay.
a little bit tough, but also kind of avoiding directly talking to anyone just yet until I can get a little bit of a beat on, something that might be good chitter.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception then?
16.
Alrighty. With a 16, you wander about the darkened and further darkening alleys of the dockworks, moving around. There are many businesses, almost all of them closed at this hour. Uh, More than a few with the owners or occupants sitting outside in a small group of chairs. More than one corner of more than one corner of the street has a small bonfire going with a few people clustered around it, drinking or smoking. And as you wander around, very few people pay you attention. Those that do request a song or spurn you in equal measure for being a vagabond bard. But as you move around, you don't see any sign of Panaziver, and it's a large enough area that picking out just one child is a difficult affair.
Hmm. kind of taking a little bit of keystroke from the crowd, and knowing that there's a few songs that I've played that only the crew has heard, I will bother to play a few of those just to see if I can't catch an eye or two, maybe get the attention of Pansiver before I move on to the next spot to play it.
Okay. I'm a big fan of that. Why don't you give me a performance as you're moving around? Yeah. What's the name of the song that you're playing?
Oh, I'll have to go find it.
Aethrid O'Dowth. Ragnar the Red.
If only. Hold on.
What's to my hero, Rob Frontier?
Right?
You say run.
Or you say run, Jet Set Run.
Jet Set Run goes with everything. Shuri wandering the
Everything.
streets.
If only.
yeah.
If only.
Starts
Sure.
bumping Undefeatable from
She's-
Sonic.
She is
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
not anywhere near that. This.
She's listening to Linkin Park.
Always.
God.
Oh, that scared the hell out of me.
Sorry.
That scared me.
There suddenly was. Oh, Jesus Christ, Shuri's nearby!
I was like, wait, pianos. Oh, that's beautiful.
Sure, you wander the streets, catching more than a few people's attention with this. As you're walking, several people throw coins in your direction. You receive, over the course of the next hour, 1 gold piece, 5 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces as you meander the streets, passing by some people, catching the eye of an artificer captain flanked by his 2 soldiers that seem to be patrolling the area. He's the one that throws you the gold piece. Almost all of them clattering to the ground near you, just as you're wandering slightly with your perceptive eyes, looking out and peering into the night. And you're walking and walking and walking until, just as you're about to round the corner, you catch your reflection
and I will go to open up my my money pouch and also even show the beautiful moonstone salt painted. Much more.
Big eyes, and she'll slowly come over and look at you. I assume you're like kneeling down.
Yeah, on both knees, like completely defenseless.
You can see she's peering at you very intently, like trying to see through the mask and makeup that you have on. Your eyes. What happened?
I'm very different from this place. I too am not human, and have had to hide because of these people. You won't have to do that.
Safe?
Very. Very gently hold a hand out.
I'm gonna cry, bro.
Okay. The very small Yuan-Ti child will take your hand and allow you to lead her, I assume, back in the direction of the ship.
Stay close and under my cloak.
I'm gonna cry. This is so heartwarming.
And I will
Yeah. Why don't you give me a stealth, Shuri?
gladly. If I do subtle spell disguise self and do like a little bit of a heavier cloak, could I get advantage on this? Trying to cover over them.
I will allow that because you already are also disguised, so to add even more onto it to help out. Plus, I assume you'll probably continue your performance.
Yes. Just so eyes are more up towards me and not the cloak, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is going to be your last disguise self, right?
Yep, last sorcery point, last disguise self.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you'll love to see it.
beautiful. Beautiful. Take a character inspiration.
Yeah.
Again, invisible.
Yeah, Shuri, you are no stranger to wandering the night. This is what you do anyway when you're not trying to be stealthy. You slip immediately into this character persona, and it is like a second skin. And even as you walk, it feels like the darkness seems to follow you, obscuring you from sight as you move. And you feel the
Sick.
admiration of everyone who can hear your music. Cherie will successfully make her way back to the boat. It'll probably be after Zeke has been back for at least a little bit. So while she is still on her way back, Kill, let's talk about what you're doing. You stayed behind. Let's say you've been doing a little bit of recon. You've been watching the harbor master's office for maybe 10 minutes, and you haven't seen anybody else come in. As it's getting later and later, it's probably almost 10 o'clock at this point.
Okay. So I'm conversing with myself at this point. It's like I need to hurry back. It's getting a little late. I need to make this fast. So we already looked outside. I already checked the outside, seen the second floor, the windows, all that stuff. We went into the main office. That's the 1-story building, right?
No, that is the first floor of the 2-story
Of the
building.
2-story building. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
And then the jail cell where Penn is most likely at is on the first floor,
On the second floor.
behind. Oh, the second floor. Oh, that's even better. Okay. So I'm assuming Spoons is probably, Spoons and Skins are probably drinking or, trying to drink or going to sleep because everyone's, it's late. Can I scale to the second floor, use my claws to cut through the window, and then sneak into the jail cell to free my friend?
You can absolutely try. Because of the nature of the building, it's going to be a pretty easy climb. I'm not going to need a check for that, but you definitely will need to roll stealth to successfully get past our boys, who I will put on the map layer.
Gotcha. Oh, those the boys. Which one's the
These
spoons?
these are the boys. I will add names for them. Spooner and Skinner.
Ah, there he is. Spoons. Love that guy.
Yeah, you can make your way over to the warehouse side, and because of the like stacked boxes between the two buildings under that uh awning, you're very easily able to scale up to the second floor.
Literally my picture. It's perfect.
Hell yeah! Why don't you give me a stealth as you climb up the
Yes,
side?
sir.
Oh, beauteous! You ghost your way up there. Let's talk about equipment. Cherie specifically mentioned that she left her bag back at the ship when she went out searching. You didn't have to because you weren't initially going out to be stealthy. What are you bringing up with you as you're climbing? Are you taking all of your shit? Like you've got your handy haversack strapped on, and it's got all your stuff in it?
Yes, I definitely have the sack on me, but because I have a lot of weapons, I'm only having like one thing, like one weapon. You know, if I reach into the bag, it's the club. I'm not trying to kill anybody, but just in case I gotta knock somebody out, I got a club.
So why don't we say you take all your other weapons off? You've got the club tied to your belt, and probably your thieves' tools out.
Yes,
and everything else in the bag.
Yeah, and everything else is in the bag.
Minimizing clanking and squeaking. I like it.
Yep. You see the vision.
Absolutely. You scale up to the side of the second floor, crouching just below the window. The natural sort of reddish color of the roof tiles helping to disguise you against the building.
Can I also point out that while I am doing stealth, and this is for future as well, I'm also making like small noises. You're
doing your own James Bond sound effect?
I'm like every time I sneak past someone, it's just
just quietly to yourself. Okay. You clamber up. You creep up to the window, peer up over the windowsill. You can see a large room, the same size as the room below. There's another sort of half-drawn partition accordioned out across the middle of the room. And you could see that in the middle of this room are two large 10 by 10 cages. Okay. One of them appears unoccupied. The other contains a cloaked and masked figure that you do not recognize.
All right, so can I go into the room and approach this cloaked masked figure and maybe start up a conversation, see what I can get, what information I can glean before I end up, making the decision?
All right, you creep the window open just a bit more, leverage yourself into the floor and start moving across the ground. You can see as you move past the empty cage, there's a bit of hay and straw at the bottom of it, a bucket, and what looks like an empty wooden cup. The other cage looks much similar, except it has this figure that I've just shown you, curled up in the center. Not quite fetal position, but like arms around their knees, sort of slightly tilted to the side, head down. You can just see the side of their mask illuminated in the two lanterns that hang from the ceiling of this room that are both burning fairly low. The figure appears asleep. As you're making your way across the room, high or low for favorable results?
I would say low.
Please roll me a d20.
Oh, shit. All right, Daddy needs a new pair, whoever this is.
Excellent. You spy, just before you put your foot on it, a loose floorboard that would have squeaked very loudly. And you place your foot past it and make your way over to the cage.
Instead of the floorboard making the noise, it's just me.
Okay. You make your way over. You're standing just outside of this large cage. You can see there's a big classic padlock on the single door leading in. It's about 4 foot by 3 foot.
Okay, okay. So since I'm right next to the cage and the masked figure is in a fetal position, probably asleep, I'm just gonna like knock on the cage, like, hey, anybody in there? Are you awake? Ask some questions.
As you knock once on the cage, this figure explodes into motion. They leap towards you and grab onto your arm through the bars of the cage. I need a contested athletics check.
All
Oh,
right.
You can contest this with athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay, a 26 definitely beats the 17. As you reel back from the cage, taking maybe just just a slightly too heavy step, as this figure like reaches through the bars trying to catch you, but their fingers skate right over you. And then a second later, they stop and straighten, looking at you, and then their form flickers, and they become Panaziver.
Hey.
She holds up her hands like sorry.
I would like to think. Well, I didn't say it. I didn't preface this, but like, if I had the zipper thing on my arm,
She almost got it.
she grabs my arm and the whole arm comes off.
Oh,
and I'm just waving at her while she's holding my arm, like, hey, what's up?
oh shit, it's you.
Oh wow. It's like, hey, seems like you've been busy. Do you need any do you need any assistance?
She nods vigorously, points at
Alright.
the locked door, and then points towards the stairs, and you can see better from this side of the room that there is a small wooden chest that is also locked just at the top of the stairs.
Ooh. Okay. So I go to unlock her cage, stealthily, of course. So I'll go to the cage.
Okay.
Go to the
Please
lock.
Please make me a Thieves' Tools check.
Alrighty then. Give me.
Ethan.
There he is.
Ethan in the night.
Oh!
Ooh.
A click, a wiggle, a pop, the lock opens and would fall off, but you nimbly catch it before it drops into the ground and creates a loud clatter. She gives
Click, a
she
lock,
gives a small,
up.
gives
a
a
click,
small golf clap.
a click, a lock, a pop, and a hand later, and the lock is gone.
Alright.
Thank you. I start bowing, and then
Chill.
I make my way to where the chest. You said there was a chest, a wooden chest that also was locked. I make my way to there as well.
As you're approaching it, you realize that from the top of the stairs, you can see down into the room that you were in previously. And as you glance around the railing, you can see Skinner's back as he is leaning in his chair, a bottle held loosely down and at his side.
Interesting.
Then you hear a echoing up the stairs.
I whisper to myself, that Skins. I swear to God, he's a party animal. That guy. Love that guy. And
I'm
then
gonna
I
get-
start.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask for one more stealth check as you make your way over to the chest.
Oh,
Panaziver makes her way out of the cage and starts stealing across the floor over to the doorway that you or the window that you entered.
Okay.
Okay, you creep over, set yourself on the chest, look back behind you. Skinner's not waking up as far as you can tell. You don't see spoons. And you turn, and then there's just a... And Panaziver looks over, and she's standing on the squeaky board.
No, Pans.
Oh no! I just look over. I'm like,
You hear a...
Okay, we're okay.
we're good. Oh. And I just like look into the doorway at Pan. I'm just like, I just like start waving my hand. Go.
She's on her way out the window. You return your attention to the chest. You've got your thieves' tools in your hand. Give me a check.
All right. Let's see. Come on. Oh.
You jiggle the lock. Oh yeah, you have not used your once per session. Would you like to use your once per session on that?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Capitan. All right, let's do it. Give me your energy.
A 16 is exactly enough. That is the DC I had set for this. You work your tools in, and for a second you're not getting any clicks on any of the pins, and then you give it a little bit of a jerk. Just maybe it's stuck, and it slides open smoothly with a very soft click under your hands. The chest open. And you can see a pair of hand crossbows, a set of studded leather armor, and a single sickle, all piled together.
Ooh, I can take these. All of these?
Yes, you would recognize all of these things as Panaziver's
these
equipment.
are pan of stuff. That's right. All right, I take all these, grab them all. Before I leave, I
throw it in the bag.
I do the jumping Zelda, hold it in the air.
Yeah.
Just hold it, but for each item before I put it in the bag.
For each of the crossbow bolts, it takes
It's like
20
action
minutes.
replayed, like fast forward in that one moment.
Get that point
Game
where
sharp.
you just hold down A and you're just
Skipping all the dialogue. So I grab it and then I start making my way back through the door before I give a wink at my man's Skin's direction. I'm like, good night, man. And then I start making my way back to the window.
As you say that, there is you hear and then a thunk as the bottle finally slips from his hand and onto the floor, and he goes, huh? And then you go, oh! And you hear him fall backwards in the chair with a loud crash as he overtips himself as he wakes up. And you very quickly make your way out the window to join Panaziver on the awning.
So I love Skins, but he's a freaking idiot.
Oh god! Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's all over me.
It's everywhere.
At least the bottle didn't smash and he didn't fall into the broken glass.
Thank God.
It could have been
Thank
a
God.
lot worse.
Jesus, it would have been a real different story. I would have been real sad. My boy Skins.
absolute fucking massacre that happened. The bottle killer.
The bottle killer.
Alrighty. Yeah, you make your way off onto the roof, following Panaziver down onto the street. As you rejoin with her, she looks different again. She looks like a farmer. And she'll tip her hat to you. She smiles in a way that you know means thanks.
Right. And I just and all of these work. The crew got to stick together. Let's make our way back.
Nods and pats herself. She doesn't have her cue cards. They took them.
No, how fucking dare they?
Don't worry, we'll get you some new ones. Also, I'll give you your stuff back when we get to the ship.
Thumbs up, and you two make a quick retreat to the ship. Let's go to said ship as everybody is getting on. Zashi or Zeke, when you got back, I assume you started readying the ship to leave.
I did.
Excellent.
I've also been gathering a few things, but they're largely inconsequential, so I'll get to it when I get to it.
Okay. All right, you all arrive back. For the sake of brevity, we'll say as Zeke has been readying the ship, Kil, Panaziver, Shuri, and Zaira are all going to arrive roughly at the same moment.
Zaira, can I just call her Zaza? Not for any particular reason.
Do whatever you want. It's free country. Yeah. By the skin of your teeth, you guys make it. For doing an excellent heist scene, Cutlass, I will also give you a character inspiration. You can mark that on your sheet.
Ooh, thank you.
Problem. Love to reward the rogue doing rogue shit. Like,
Rogue things.
rogue
Feels
things.
fucking good.
I love
Yeah.
rogue things. It's just funny because before we came up with that plan or whatever, I was thinking, I'm like, wait, I didn't do a minor crime yet. I need to do a minor crime, and then you
Gotta be
said
doing
we need,
minor
to
crimes.
we need to take the children. I'm like, well, it's not minor, but like it's still a crime, I guess,
Yeah.
in the same sense. So steal something, and then ended up stealing.
Well, I mean,
stealing our friend back.
technically, it is a minor crime because
Yeah.
it is a minor.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
You know what? You're right.
But yeah, I'll cast off pretty much immediately as Cuddy and Pang get back on the ship.
We all just like start high fiving each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. High five. Yeah. High fives, Panda. Yeah.
Penziver high fives you and turns back into herself at the same
Turns
time.
back. Like, oh shit.
And
Oh.
I'll ask Zashi to hold on to the wheel as I come up to the kid, and just big, massive tiger man just coming up to her, just looking down. Kid,
It's
yeah.
yeah, gently holding her hand. Like, "Eh, it's okay.
Shaking.
Captain
And I'll,
Ezekiel's most kind to your mate.
Go into the captain's cabin, and I'll pull up a stool, that could be sat in front of the captain's desk kind of thing, and I'll sit there. Can we move everyone? Is that doable?
Oh, you wanted everybody to come in?
Yeah. Well, we're just Zara and Shuri.
Gently
I mean, other people can, I guess, as well, if they so wish.
keep holding her
Cool.
hand. See, I'm pretty sure.
Penziver will as you turn, she like taps you and points at your bag.
Oh right. Let me go grab. Let me
Give me my
Let me
tools.
go grab it. I'll be
You
back. Don't worry.
Yeah, you give her her stuff and she's putting on her
It
armor.
would be nice
There
if
you
it
go.
was just Sarah and Shuri for this moment, if that's all right with y'all.
Mhm.
Right.
and, well, little Miss Zahira, I believe your name was. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Would you please approach the desk?
It's okay. I'll go to be sure to kneel down beside her so it's not as intimidating and everyone's towered.
And I'll sort of lean over the desk a little bit and sort of take out a pouch that I've filled with a couple things. So, would I be correct in understanding that you were dissatisfied with your previous employment?
Nod.
Now, I myself am a child of the streets. And I hate to see someone taking advantage of, well, someone like myself, or like I was. Now, if you were a little bit older, maybe we'd offer you a permanent position on this crew. But unfortunately, our predilections tend to be a little
dangerous. So, we're going to be taking you to a nice little village. It's full of snake folks like yourself. They're pretty nice, pretty chill, pretty good. Uh, and ain't no one going to be finding you there. And if when you do grow up and you want to be out on the high seas, you just let me know. I'm Z.
And I hold out a big furry paw to shake her hand.
She has to grab one finger with two of her hands.
One big finger.
One paw, one claw with two of her hands.
Yeah, very,
Yeah, chill.
very, very gentle. And then I'll just sort of gently take her hand, hold it up, and then put in it the sparrow that I carved, which has sort of on its underside chalice.
Now, when I was on the streets, you ain't have too many friends. But, this little birdie, Chalice, she was one of my closest. I know she ain't around no more. Maybe her spirit is, and I hope we'll look after you.
And I'll close her hand around the carved sparrow.
Now, if you need anything, you come ask me. I'm gonna do my best to get it to you, alright?
She nods again.
You're a member of this crew, and your opinion and desires are just as important as mine. Now, you feel free to find your place, whether it be a hammock, a box, crow's nest, whatever you're most comfortable. And make yourself a home. We got plenty of food down in the galley. And if you have any specific requests, please do let me know. This here,
Isaac. And I'll pull out of my mane my canary.
He's a dear friend. If you'd like to spend some time with him, just ask him. And, well, take no for a no and yes for a yes.
And I'll sit him down on the desk.
Now, is there anything we can do for you in the immediate future?
Hungry.
Sounds good. Alrighty. I believe the fine young lady who brought you from your previous employer is probably down in the galley cooking something up as we speak. Do you have any preferences?
No.
Alright. Well, he's probably gonna be fish, but we did have some new stuff brought in. So, well, take your pick.
Okay. Thank you,
Of course.
Mr. Zeke.
No problem anymore.
Come on.
Can say like Monster Inc. like Sully is Kitty. Kitty. Mr. Kitty. It's Zeke.
We'll happily hold it. I'll show you to Pen's first kitchen. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you.
I would like, because I remember Capitan El Capitan mentioned this earlier. But the what is it? Holding, like a place to hold. I believe Zashi had ideas. Is that finished? Is that complete?
Yes. I will say with a natural 20 for a total of 24. Zashi has drawn up several different plans with the information that it is believed that only Zeke and Kill will transform tomorrow night. The area in which that they need to restrain people is smaller. Zeke had already said that he was buying 4 sets of manacles. Okay. So with that, I run manacles as applying the incapacitated action or condition. With the only action you can take is trying to make the dexterity.
Well, incapacitated
or
allows you also to move.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, you are able to move in. Yeah. So at least the way I run them, because they're not specific in exactly what they do, rules is written. I do half movement and incapacitated, like a greater version of grapple. The only action you can take is the dexterity check to try and escape or the strength check to try and escape, and you have to do that at the same rate as like you can't continuously try and lockpick a lock. It needs to happen over time. That said, she has drawn up plans to attempt to close you into one of 3 places. There is a suggestion to put you each in one of the crates and nail them shut. There is a suggestion to put the both of you in the kitchen and use the boards from deconstructed boxes to create a barrier to lock you in there, or do something similar with the captain's quarters, because that room already has a door and lock on it that you could then additionally board up.
And it is Zeke proof.
And it is relatively Zeke proof unless either of you start throwing yourself through the windows into the ocean.
Oh.
But that's the only room that has windows, so.
I don't want to be smashing up my quarters, so I think maybe the box, or potentially we could even repurpose the whatchamacall, these hatches that would drop stuff through into the hole. I don't know how detachable they are, but
you guys don't have the tools or the knowledge to work these as bars, especially in less than 12 hours.
That is true.
Or less than what, like 16 hours, because it's probably almost midnight at this point.
Yeah.
So the only thing we could do is to board ourselves up in the kitchen.
Or put yourselves in
a
these
box.
crates. These crates are big enough to hold a medium creature who is like curled up.
Yeah, at least it's not a bad.
there ain't wrong with 2 layers of protection, so let's do both the box and the kitchen, I think.
That is very much safe, yeah. Just in case one layer does not work, which the fact that we, fought these things, we know they're pretty strong, and we are stronger than them, so by transit of property, we would definitely be able to break out just a regular jail. So we definitely need to start stacking up some deterrents, if you will. So yeah, I think a box inside, putting us in boxes and then boarding up the kitchen doors and walls is probably the best play.
Manacles on both our hands and our feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
one set of manacles includes hands and feet.
Oh, okay, and it's 4.
Yeah, so he bought extras in case you guys break them or something. I don't know what I would rule about wearing 2 sets of manacles.
I would say he would probably need 2 sets.
Well, I'm imagining that you have one on your hands and one on your feet.
So manacles classically have the chains between your hands and the chains between your feet, and then a connecting chain
Yeah.
for that.
And then there's 4 sets of those. So,
Right. So
okay.
if you wanted to put another set of manacles on,
Would you just have to break out 2 of them? Or
yeah, I guess. Because they wouldn't like make each other stronger. I wouldn't impose a single higher DC. I would probably have to do 2 DCs.
Yeah, because it's not adding to each other. It's just 2 separate things. Yeah.
I'll say, how about this? With a 24, Zashi figures that she can modify them to make them big enough that the second set of manacles could fit farther up Zeke's arm, because otherwise they wouldn't naturally be able to do that, because he's just a huge guy.
Yeah.
They're meant for like your wrists and ankles.
That would work. Do I also need to be double wristed and double ankles? I'm significantly smaller than him, so I don't think even if I transform into a big thing, I don't think it would be like, tiger shark size.
it might not be necessary, but it's always good to have redundancy.
You know what? You're right, Cap. So, double me up as well.
Can never be too safe.
Okay. So the plan is to take the 4 sets of manacles, apply 2 sets each to Zeke and Kill. You'll then both be placed in boxes and have those boxes nailed shut in the kitchen, and you'll use the wood from the last 2 boxes, which you'll break apart to board over this 10-foot gap here of the stairs, connecting it to the wall.
And to make harder for us to break out, I might board it over from the inside rather than the outside. If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, pulling versus pushing. Slightly harder
Yeah,
to,
we both
to wedge
board
it out.
ourselves in.
Also, in a bestial state, we're less likely to pull than push.
That is true.
That said, if you're going to nail it closed from the inside, who's going to close you in the box?
That's true.
Ooh, that is also true. Oh.
All right.
Ben is ever not get small enough to slip between the boards.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll just do it from the outside.
Okay.
Or if we want to make it interesting, we do just have a new small companion that just joined. Maybe she will be able to help us.
Little Z in that position.
Nah, you're right. We'll figure something out. This is a terrifying first day for her. let's just put that out in the open. Just eating her food. Little does she know that
Tomorrow night, some shit is going down.
Shit is going to fucking go down.
Explain it to her over dinner tonight, I think.
It is well past dinner tonight at this
Or
point.
explain it tomorrow morning. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the morning.
Just to have Zashi continue to be an ideas person, there's also the idea that sometime tomorrow you should maybe take everybody who's not gonna transform off of the ship, like dock,
Like a dinghy.
A quarter mile off of the shore.
Yeah.
Take the other 3. You take the lifeboat to the shore, so that even if you guys do turn, it's not like you're gonna start sailing the ship in the night.
Yeah.
As crazed creatures.
Turn into shark people, and then they're just like, let's go. Nah, that's a good idea. Take the dinghy out.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe. Take the little one.
Go relatively nearby to shore, somewhere that's not too close to the shipping lane. Yeah. That is that plan.
All right. Seems like we got ourselves a good plan.
Yeah.
Go team.
Good shit.
This is very, very, very good. Very good. It's like kind of exciting. And then I remember that I'm going to be turning into a fucking shark
Hulk
person.
shark.
And then I instantly get scared again. I'm like, oh shit.
And yeah, this is all this is definitely a foregone point at this stage, but neither of you have any intentions, hidden or not, to attempt to accept the curse.
No.
Yeah.
Zeke is animal enough.
I'm not to say I'm already like, I mean, I'm not related to them, but like I am basically a dragon man. So I don't think I need to be a shark dragon man. Even though,
Sure.
Could be cool.
wait, could I control it?
Mm.
Dependent upon the level that you give yourself over to the curse. There is a certain aspect that it changes you mentally. You become a different person when you give in to the beast.
Hmm. Huh.
You become something more, something greater.
I have to
What is this
sit
voice?
on
Who's
that.
talking to me? Where's the
Who's
sharky
talking
voice
to
in my
me?
head?
Sure, you get out of the name.
Who is talking to me right now? And all you hear is, eh. Oh no!
You see Cherie's shadow like slipping back between the boards of the deck.
What's the sound that fucking Foxy makes in Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, do 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 do, and it goes back into the shadows. Do 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 do. It's like what the what is going on? Fucking. And we just got there's a lot going on in this crew.
Hey, we got plans, we got actions, we got fucking shit in motion.
We got fucking curses. Yeah, I'll have to sit on that. Honestly, that sounds interesting. A pirate rogue dragonborn shark man.
Definitely got enough affixes to if ends or what's.
That's like a TV show right there.
If ends or what's? Hell yeah, let's go.
If the answer was.
Yeah, you feed the child. You just those of you that are not Cherie, keeping track of the child, discuss the plan aboard deck with Zashi, showing you her many blueprints that she's drawn. And the night wears on. You are able to pull out of the dock and sail out of the bay and out of the city proper. Over the
If I
course of
may,
this night, you'll end a couple. We'll start next morning a couple miles away from the city.
Hell yeah.
if I may, I don't expect you to have it, all sorted right now. But Zeke would like to, talk to Zara and hear a story and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say that she is very tired as it is rapidly approaching 1 a.m.
Of course. It's
But,
just like over the time that they do have.
Yeah, you guys will. I'm not like ending the session or anything. You guys will have
Yeah.
tomorrow and stuff to do as we get into that stuff. I want to just go through if there's anything else that you guys need to do tonight. Like you are going to be out of the city for whatever this watch is going to look like. Are you guys going to set, or for whatever this night is going to look like? Are you going to set up watches? That's going to be my next question.
Okay. I'll take watch. Also, if she would like to sleep, if young Zaza here would like to sleep on the purple mattress, you would. She is so inclined to do so. Yeah, I'll take first watch.
I'll take third and fourth like I usually do.
I'm slightly on edge, seeing as though I'm gonna be, turning into a shark in like a couple hours, but also contemplating whether that is awesome or not. Because it sounds pretty awesome. I'm just gonna put that out there. Dragon Shark Man.
Not uncool at all.
Not uncool, all right? Some would say very tubular.
Mhm.
You know, FR, no cap. Bussin', as the kids would say.
As the kids would say.
As the young ones would say. Right, Zaza? Am I bussin'? Am I bussin' Zaza? No cap.
Oh my
Make sure
god.
had no cap.
No cap. FR, for real, bussin'.
I can only
She
take
hits the
so
gritty.
much.
Shit's the gritty. Shit's the gritty. Oh my god, Zaza is widowy hitting the witty.
She's got all the power.
That's something I would do if I was, like indebted to somebody working in a dock and I got freed. I'd hit the gritty on that ship every day.
The gritty hard as fuck.
On that, there would be foot imprints from how hard my gritty will be.
Hitting.
Gritty will be hitting.
I would be hitting.
Widowy hitting the witty.
Witty.
Alright, I want to die. I'm taking
Die.
away all of your character preparations.
Hey,
Okay.
You pushed it
Actually,
over the
opposed.
cliff.
God,
Cherie, you put the child to bed in the purple sleeping bag.
I will
And is a
purposely try to make sure she actually sleeps peacefully and just soft lullabies.
it seems like she's no
What are
stranger
you
to sleeping in
buying?
the water, and is visibly asleep within a few minutes. It's hard to tell exactly how quickly she's out, but yeah, you're able to get her to bed, leaving Kill and Zeke aboard the deck of the ship as first watch starts to begin. We'll say it starts at 1 a.m.
hey, Cap, do you feel and feel free to answer this. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling like a little fishy, slightly scaly in any way? Any need for just any irregular need for blood? I know we like blood out here, but like an irregular amount.
I mean, irregular for myself or irregular for a normal person.
Irregular for yourself.
No, not particular.
Okay, good. All right. Sorry, I'm freaking out a little bit because like literally we're gonna be shark people by the morrow, so it's gonna be quite interesting.
Well, I mean, tomorrow night.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
By
I
this-
think we'll.
sorry,
I'm
go
not
on.
worried. I'm worried about the other people around us.
Yeah, it is gonna be a little dicey, but it seems like we came up with a pretty solid plan, so I feel like we got it. We got it.
Yeah. And as I said before, it may be hubris, but I feel like I have some experience in controlling one's bestial nature.
So you might be better off of the both of us. That's good. Good to know at least.
Possibly. I wouldn't guarantee it. There's every opportunity for it to go the other way.
Yeah, but at least some type of peace of mind is acceptable.
I suppose so.
Do you think that if we become shark people, that we have to be in contact with the water at least a little bit?
I don't know, but maybe I don't intend to find out.
That'd suck if I need to go in the water.
Yeah, I mean, I try to dunk myself at least once a day, but I understand you don't feel quite the same. Also, I need to get you some swimming lessons.
I can
Like,
swim very, very well. It's just I choose not to go in the ocean.
okay, water conditioning then.
It's just it I just don't like the deepness. I just don't like it. It's just, you know,
Yeah,
if it was like a I don't know, like a shallow body of water that, you know, could be accessible to just about anybody, I would definitely do it, you know. Still big enough to swim, but also, you know, not deep to the point where I won't be able to see the bottom. If only those exist in XXXX time this is.
I mean they do, but anyway, we got shit to do.
The year is 2022.
Oh shit, so this is like the future. This is cool. So we have pools. Alright, that's good.
I mean the Romans had pools, so
Oh, I have no. I don't see that. I don't know the
The-
history.
The wealthy in either Faerun or the Galar Stub have probably have like in-ground pools, or magically floating pools of water that they kind of
Yeah, that would
have
make
for that
sense
kind of
because
purpose.
around this time they would also have like hot springs and like stuff like that. So it makes sense. I guess
You
like
pro-
back
in
the day.
Everwinter, there definitely would have been like spa places that you could have gone to, which would have had like not like a pool, but like a hot tub sort
Like
of
a hot
sauna.
tub, yeah, like something you
Yeah.
just like you wash yourself, you know, just chill, relax, and
Mm.
I might go to one of those spas, get my scales,
Buffed.
give myself, yeah, get some buff scales. Question: I don't shed, do I?
No, not unless you want to.
Nah, it's gross. I thought it was like a mandatory thing I had to shed.
You want to, you probably have to shed, but like
Hmm.
it depends on your level of snake or dragonness.
I feel like Dragonborn shed like individual scales,
Yeah,
whereas
molting
they shed
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a molting thing. Yeah, something like that.
Or like baby teeth. Like
Baby
you grow
teeth.
your adult scale coat, but it takes like 30 years to fully do it, you know?
To fully go through.
Yeah.
Oh, that means I'm still growing my adult skills then, basic
Yeah,
technically.
probably. Every once in a while, a baby scale falls off.
Yeah, like a little.
Oh,
little
baby.
it's like, ah, look at that guy.
Look at this dude.
It's also like I would imagine it's like a thing like similar to teeth. Like, oh, if one of your baby scales gets hurt while you're still young, your adult scales can come in early. But if you damage your adult scales, they take much longer to heal, and those are the things that like scar over and crack over time.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Have like a scale fairy.
Sure, absolutely.
As a kid, my brother
His
would
name
be
is
like,
Bahamut.
the scale fairy. My dad would tell me if you put a scale under the pillow, which is basically just a rock, this is like you get a scale fairy, and the scale
You get a
fairy
copper.
delivers you weapons. And it's just a fucking knife. It's just a razor blade under a stone.
The
It's
most
like, yes.
fucking fairy. Just
I
wake
can
up with
carry
crimson shakes.
He just has like the fucking what is it that they have for, like the bullets, like it just wrap around your wrap around your fucking your chest and shit.
All the
Comes
bandoliers and
flies
shit.
down, flies down, grabs the fucking scales, it's like sucks his teeth, puts in his pocket, grabs a giant sword, yeah, sneaks it under there.
This kid's gonna do great things.
It's like, here you go.
What the fuck?
It's like, it's a good scale. You know what? I could sell this for good. You can have this giant sword. Here's a mace. Use it wisely. All All right, so we're just chilling outside. Can I what do I want to do? I just do perception, just look around my surroundings since we're keeping watch.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I feel like we don't have a whole lot more to do until
Until the
I-
time.
I do have one. I do have one more thing I can throw at you guys.
Hmm.
If you guys want to burn through the rest of your long rest, I do have a small combat we could do if you are interested, just to fill the rest of the time.
Okay, let's
I
see.
personally
What's up?
don't have a whole lot of energy, but
Now is also a fine time to end. We can resolve the rest of the watches and
also
call
just
it here.
real quick.
Actually, yeah.
So we're doing a long rest now, so it's not done yet. Yeah.
No, yeah, you and Kill have been talking during the start of first watch of the long rest, starting at 1 a.m.
So you want to just end watch then?
Yeah, let's burn through the watches. Kill and Zeke, give me perceptions for first watch.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'll use
You guys
my
are
one
both
concentration.
dope. Do it.
Can't believe I lost it because I just clicked. There we go.
Okay. You're initially a bit distracted by all of Kill's questions about how fishy you feel. Kill is also fairly worried about becoming a shark man. It's consuming a bit of his focus. But as the night goes on, you are able to keep an eye as you're getting through the most dangerous part of the night, as far as you're aware, which is getting out of the city with your fugitive, which you handle as you coast out slowly and quietly, carried by the soft night winds.
Child fugitive.
As your watch comes to an end, would the two of you prefer to wake Zashi or Panaziver for a second watch?
Let's wake Zashi.
Yeah, Zip's had a time.
A time.
Absolutely. Zashi comes up.
Greetings. It is
Finger
now your turn.
guns.
Yeah. The SpongeBob finger guns.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? All right, and then I'm just gonna head down, knock out.
Okay. Zashi rolls perception.
My favorite set of stairs.
Zeke, you also head to bed, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Perceptoire. 16. She keeps an eye, and nothing seems amiss, and will eventually come down and wake the Cherie.
Mm. Alright. Getting up. Had my long rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
We love a rest
Good
in
stuff.
4 hours.
Good stuff.
It's the best. That way I can finish up the rest of the watch for everyone else. Alright. Definitely going up to the top deck. Keeping watch, but keeping the helm a little bit tight off for the time. And especially after what had happened before. Not loudly, just soft playing the flute, but also kind of like still purposely dancing with her own shadow on the deck for the time, enjoying herself.
Mm.
You are getting closer and closer to that shadow. I love to see it.
All right, 2 perceptions, right?
Yes, please.
Alright. Full distracted.
Okay, this is great. This is actually an excellent moment to end session with.
Nice.
Cherie, you enjoy dancing with your shadow, and as the night goes on, you become more and more engrossed in this twirling dance as you are playing softly on the deck, making music for yourself and your audience. As the night goes on, it seems as if something more is wanted, as if something is being asked of you that you don't have. And as the dancing grows more and more frantic, as your fingers begin to grow sore on your instrument, the demanding grows stronger and stronger and stronger as the night wears on. And just as the long rest is finishing for everyone else, as the sun is rising over the far horizon, and the shadows across the deck scatter and begin to flee, they retreat not away from the ship, as shadows should, but towards it, as your head seems to scream at itself, and shadows begin to boil from the water toward you, reaching with long, stretching fingers. That's where we're gonna end today's session.
Oh God, what?
Oh boy, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
It
That
is.
Holy shit!
We'll do that
I've got
next
radiant
session.
That is a scary sight. Just one person on top, and then everyone else is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Somewhere else, like, oh, nobody knows a single thing that's happening. Meanwhile, Sherry's upstairs, like, oh shit.
Fucking head, grabbing my head, just like looking around as everything's bleeding over, like, oh god.
This is a potential TPK.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Unless
no.
somebody can do something about these shadows.
Mm.
And that's where we're gonna end today's session. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Just
New
in
Hasnia,
time to
new
murder the child.
Hasnia. New Hasnia. Who knew Hasnia?
Hazni nanu.
New Hasnia. New.
Hazaninu.
Also, as per usual, I have more homebrew. People want to take a look at it. I don't know if people feel like that.
I would, but I do have another game to get to as well.
Alright, bet. Do your shit. Thanks for coming, Steves.
Thank you guys very much for playing. Sorry for the lower
Fucking hell,
key,
so fucking
slower
stiff.
session.
Oh,
But
good.
I hope you guys had fun and
I did.
enjoy the evil that I am going to permit or purport in your names.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Hey,
Bye bye.
What night?
Nate, would you like to see homebrew stuff, or do you have shit that you want to do? Or you know,
I do not have shit at the moment. I am actually talking with Alex about whether or not she's going to start dinner because she just got out of work. So let me